When you hear the Premier League, you probably think of goals, rivalries, and packed stadiums. But behind the football, the Premier League is one of the greatest business success stories in modern sport. From near bankruptcy and crumbling stadiums in the 1980s, it reinvented itself into a billion-dollar empire. Broadcast in 200 countries, watched by billions, and generating over $7 billion a year. Today, we're breaking down how the Premier League became a global financial machine. The story begins in the late 1980s. English football was in crisis. Stadiums were outdated and unsafe. Hooliganism was rampant. And European competitions had banned English clubs after the Heysel disaster in 1985. Revenues were low. Attendances were declining, and the league looked like a fading relic compared to Italy's Serie A, which at the time boasted the world's biggest stars and highest salaries. But in 1992, everything changed. The top clubs broke away from the Football League to form the Premier League. The goal was simple: take control of TV rights and modernize the business model. Rupert Murdoch's Sky TV saw the potential and paid £304 million for exclusive broadcasting rights over 5 years. At the time, it seemed like a wild gamble. But it was the spark that ignited the empire. Sky turned football into prime-time entertainment. Live games on Sunday afternoons and Monday nights made stars out of Eric Cantona, Ryan Giggs and Alan Shearer. The presentation was slicker, the coverage more glamorous, and suddenly, English football wasn't just sport, it was entertainment television. Fans subscribed in droves, and TV money began flooding in. By the 2000s, the Premier League had mastered the art of selling itself worldwide. While other leagues still negotiated TV rights, country by country, the Premier League centralized and sold global packages. Today, the league's international rights are worth more than $6 billion for a 3-year cycle. In countries like the US, NBC pays nearly $500 million just to show games. In India, Star Sports invests hundreds of millions. From Africa to Asia, fans wake up at 3 a.m. or pack pubs late at night to watch Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, or Manchester City. That global reach created something no other league has replicated: the Premier League as a cultural export. It's not just a football competition, it's Britain's most valuable global brand. From replica jerseys in Lagos to official watch parties in Shanghai, the league sells not just matches, but an entire lifestyle of English football. Stadium modernization also fueled the empire. After the Taylor Report, which followed the Hillsborough disaster in 1989, all-seater stadiums became mandatory. Clubs invested billions in new facilities. Old Trafford expanded to over 75,000 seats. Arsenal built the Emirates. Spurs unveiled their $1.3 billion Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. These arenas weren't just venues, they became revenue engines, with luxury boxes, naming rights, and corporate hospitality. Ticket prices rose, often controversially, but demand never slowed. Scarcity meant stadiums stayed full. Match-day revenue surged, while clubs also tapped into merchandising on an industrial scale. Manchester United's global fan base buys millions of jerseys every year, driving commercial deals with Adidas, Chevrolet, and countless partners. In fact, United once made more money from sponsorship than from broadcasting, showing how powerful the brand had become. Then came billionaire owners. Roman Abramovich's purchase of Chelsea in 2003 injected unprecedented wealth. Sheikh Mansour's takeover of Manchester City in 2008 turned a mid-table club into a superpower. Fenway Sports Group modernised Liverpool, the Glazers monetised Manchester United, and Saudi Arabia's public investment fund acquired Newcastle. These owners didn't just want trophies. They wanted to build global brands, and they poured billions into the league. The result? The Premier League became the deepest league in the world. While La Liga and Serie A rely on 2 or 3 giants, the Premier League's TV revenue is shared more equally, giving mid-table teams budgets bigger than historic clubs elsewhere. A team like Aston Villa or West Ham can outspend AC Milan or Ajax because the Premier League's collective bargaining guarantees every club a major slice of TV money. Sponsorship exploded alongside. Emirates sponsors Arsenal, Etihad Brands. Manchester City, Standard Chartered, is plastered across Liverpool shirts, and countless sleeve sponsors, betting companies, and international partners pay millions for visibility. In the 1990s, shirt sponsorships were a few £100,000. Today, deals routinely exceed £40 million per year. Merchandising is another cornerstone. From club stores at stadiums to global online platforms, Premier League kits and gear are sold in every corner of the world. Nike, Adidas, and Puma fight for contracts, while players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Mohamed Salah, and Erling Haaland turn shirts into instant bestsellers. When Ronaldo returned to Manchester United in 2021, his jersey shattered sales records within 24 hours. And then there's digital. The Premier League embraced social media, highlights and streaming in a way many rivals resisted. Official YouTube clips, Instagram highlights, TikTok edits. The league built a pipeline of young fans across the globe. The next generation doesn't just watch games. They consume football 24/7 on their phones, and the Premier League is always in their feed. The global talent pool also plays a role. The Premier League isn't just English. It's the home of stars from everywhere. Didier Drogba from Ivory Coast, Cristiano Ronaldo from Portugal, Thierry Henry from France, Mohamed Salah from Egypt, Erling Haaland from Norway. This international mix makes the league relatable to fans worldwide. If you're in Nigeria, you can cheer for Kanu Nwankwo. In South Korea, you have Son Heung-min. In Egypt, Salah is a national hero. That diversity made the Premier League the world's league. Of course, controversies have followed. Ticket prices and cost of a living crises raise questions about affordability for local fans. Billionaire ownership and sovereign wealth funds bring debates about sports, washing and politics. And the financial gap between the Premier League and smaller leagues widens every year, creating imbalance in European football. But for the Premier League, those controversies haven't stopped growth. They've only made it more visible. Today, the Premier League earns over $7 billion annually. Domestic TV deals are worth £5 billion. International rights exceed £6 billion per cycle. Sponsorship and merchandising generate billions more. Clubs like Manchester United and Manchester City regularly post revenues above $700 million per year, on par with NFL franchises. The empire is built on a simple formula: television, global reach, iconic players, billionaire investment, modern stadiums, and relentless branding. It turned a struggling league into Britain's most valuable export. So, how did the Premier League become a billion-dollar empire? By transforming crisis into opportunity. By selling itself not just as sport, but as entertainment. And by tapping into global passion for football like no one else. From Cantona to Haaland, from Old Trafford to Tottenham's billion-dollar stadium, from Sky Sports in 1992 to YouTube highlights in 2024, the Premier League is more than a competition. It's a global industry, and the empire is still expanding.